Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all roll for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation. Get it, not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I don't GA. I'm tryna. Yes on, yes on, yes on, yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less.
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Bucs are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Rams offense that wants to hang a big number on them.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now running right through it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 75 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. In. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. He's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Play clock winding down. Here's Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Six yards to go here on second down.
Watch tight, tight end right. Watch tight, tight end right. Ready. Wait.
Play fake. Winston. That is caught at the 7. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Franks' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Play action. It's gone. Flush to his right. He's going to let this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Play action now. Winston. Going long for Coates. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 49 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep attacking. Sometimes the draw play develops slowly, and that allows the defense to react.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try to...
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys... Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They go play action. Winston. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Jameis to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A first throw now for the backup Watson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Holland. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. Room to run past midfield. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Let's go! One, good! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round!
On first down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10. Goff again. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Frank's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, gone. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On play action, Winston. Going long for Coates. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And this is good from 57 yards. Why does Larry always do that? He just stops talking. But let's go play the third quarter. I'm psyched. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down following the run. The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw is Winston. Try to lay one up deep. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. In motion is Coates. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, Winston. And this one caught by Coates. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Finds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Time running out here on the play clock. They are going for it. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holland. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down Rams. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Faking the give. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now here's a carry heading left. Shedding through the defense. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Going long for Coates. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now Watson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Goff. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Watson, off play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Slot man moves right. Play action now. Winston. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Play fake. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he is knocked down from the side at the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And Franks' kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Watson now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Runs over it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
2 for 60.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Now Goff on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete.
Rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger, a little wiser. Maybe a little more. Blame it on America. I'm pulling off the lot, I bought the cash. Whoa. Her future bright, don't give about a bag. Whoa. Be looking good inside the whoa. But I noticed that she missing all the edges. Whoa. I run the game just by running with the whoa. Poor attitude, they got rich calisthenics. Whoa. Walking in the courtroom, sipping on the beverage. Whoa. I know the judge, so I got a lot of leverage. This is a fetish. Fully loaded on the 7. Your dog get a dime, you never wrote a letter. Acapella. Whoa. Kim Trezor